Circles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Okay, 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense for the Jags, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Pushes him over, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ranger. Hut, hut.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Pilot, 64, weak. Weapon. Hit it.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Smoke. Set, go. Hut, go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Fire.
One more time with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Get out.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
60 Bobcat. Ready, go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Hey, Haywood. Yo, set go.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
On the counter, ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Set hut.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Topper. Now.
Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
18 Cardinal, 18
So
Cardinal.
here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 Eagle. Go.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready, hit.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. That catch good for only a couple. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Hit it.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return is Hines. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
Warrior 70. Hut.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Check go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Campbell downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Ready, ready.
On first down, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Trying to improvise. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
18, Pioneer. Go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Set, go.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
19, Tiger. 79 Bronco. Ready, hit.
Back to throw again. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
19 Lion. Set up.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case,
there he goes left side. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Come on.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Come on. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
On the ready.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
by 7. Shoot.
Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hurry, hurry. Hit it.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, Echo. Fire.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Alpha. Now. Leaf River. Leaf River.
Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Okuebuna, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Ranger, set go.
2nd and 3. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Let's go now.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
30 base. Topper! Hey, zoom! Now!
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence being chased out left. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Bobcat, 60 Bob.
2nd and 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
General West. Hard. Huck, go.
ETN once more. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Ready.
Lawrence running right on the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 70. Indy. Hey, Jet, fire.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as